Alright. Crystal Kaizo plus E4 round 1. We got Sneasel, Ice Beam, Screech, Metal Claw, Shadow Ball, Piloswine, Citrus, Ice Beam, Earthquake, Rock Slide, Icy Wind, Shuckle, Sandstorm, Wrap, String Shot, Disable, Dragonite, E-Speed, Ice Beam, Fly, Thunderbolt, and probably getting rid of Ice Beam for Dragon Breath for Lance, just because I have Sneasel and Pylo if I need another Ice Beam, whereas I only have one Electric type on this team. It's here, Jolteon, Thunderbolt, Sand Attack, Thunderwave, Bite, and Heracross. Submission, Rock Slide, Wing Attack, Vital Throw. Didn't bring Quag or Starmie or Gengar or some of the other ones I had just because this was the team that I thought had the strategy that, made the most sense to me. I think there's definitely like at least one or two other possible iterations of a E4 team in my box, but like my Tyranitar is a Victory Road Tyranitar, so it doesn't have magnitude, meaning I would need to either give it Rest Talk, EQ, or Dig, all of which have their own issues of, using a limited resource. Dig being the least consistent for the E4, and then EQ and Rest Talk being, like, very desirable for later in Kanto and E4 round 2. So I decided to run this team because Shuckle support, and as the biggest thing was this Shuckle. I had also been thinking about bringing Gengar, since Gengar being completely immune to normal and fighting moves makes it better as a pivot on Bruno. But because it means that I'm always getting EQs and it's staying healthy, which means that things like Heracross can come and Dragonite can come in and out relatively easily. But if I did that, then I don't have the speed control of String Shot to help out Piloswine. And if I don't have that, then I'm looking at changing out Piloswine for Quagsire, and then there's a couple Mons that just Quagsire doesn't answer as cleanly as Piloswine does. There's some others that Quag answers better, but it just was a whole thing and a lot of thinking, and I decided this was the team that made the most sense to me. Alright. So, Will. Will is pretty simple. I think the only fiction is there's like one crit that we need to dodge and one or two quick claws. But, relatively speaking, it's safe. So Shadow Ball this, guaranteed kill. Clefabelle is always clicking Flamethrower. We go into Dragonite to tank it easy. Now always baiting Ice Punch. Go into this with Lumberry to avoid having to deal with Freeze. Mega Horn for Vital Throw. This is always Fire Punch. We go into Shuckle. Click String Shot to reduce the speed, and with our resistance profile, this is now always Thunderbolt, which gives a free switch into Piloswine. And now we're faster because of String Shot, and EQ always kills. Slowking, Waterfall, back to Dragonite. Fly with Sharpbeak. And then into this. Thunderbolt always kills here, even with Leftovers Recovery. This is now almost always Psychic. Occasionally it's AP, and this is awkward, but never worry. And now this can be Quick Claw AP, but even if it's Quick Claw AP, we don't worry as long as it's not Claw, AP crit. See? Easy. And Alakazam dies to Shadow. See? Basically, the only concern is like a weird crit, an awkward timed crit from Slowking or AP and Quick Claw shenanigans. But I mean, that's the nature of the beast, right? Now we have Koga. Okay, so for Koga, what I need is I need a citrus. We still have a citrus on, that's good. We want a Nevermelt Ice Sneasel in case we need to use it for Crobat or what's the other Scyther in the back. What is it? Other than that, I think it's like citrus on everything else, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think we switched to citrus on everything else just because. No, it's Lum. What do we have? What do you have? You have a Lumberry. Keep that because of Tentacruel Freeze. I think we switched your Lum for citrus and your Lum for citrus just to give me more health for pivoting if necessary. Because you shouldn't be taking any status inducing moves. And switch Piloswine to the lead. And it's time for Koga. We actually lead Icy Wind here. Oh, that sure is a boom, huh? Let's turn one boom, huh? Well, just play it like it falls. Okay, into Dragonite. Fly. This always kills because Light Screen didn't get set up. Tentacool. Into this on the ice. And Rock Slide. Some Chip. Into this on the waterfall. Outspeed with Thunderbolt and kill. This is not. We're at 121 HP. So, which is the reason why we went citrus, because whereas if we went Pecha, we'd be dead to crit on the switch. Now we're only dead to exactly crit plus poison. Whereas crit without poison would kill us after boom. Otherwise, that's crit, no poison, so it's fine. It's a Scyther random move. Yeah, this is Scyther random move. Do we have a way to guarantee it? Because it's random move. If I go straight into Jolteon, I can die to HP Bug. If I go to Dragonite. Yeah, Dragonite is actually fine here. Yeah, normally I would kind of want to chain these two with, actually, no, because what I can do is I can get this, and I could, like, try and kill this with the Dragonite, but then I have to pivot something else in on Crobat, so play is actually then to just pivot again into this. Thunderbolt kills this, and unlike with most of my other mons, I am fast enough with Jolteon to outspeed in one shot with Thunderbolt there. And that's Koga. Now we have Bruno, which is going to be a little spooky indeed. Let's just use Leppas here for the sake of not having to worry. It's highly unlikely that I end up needing PP on a lot of these, but just for the sake of my own sanity. And so now we keep Nevermelt Ice. We want a magnet. Jolteon this time. We need Black Belt on Heracross. Keep the Sharp Beak on Dragonite. Then I think it's Citrus on these last two dinguses. Citrus. You. on. It's really, let me think. What is my range on this if I don't have a range? Oh, that's still a very good range. Leftovers is 116. 8 over 16. 13 HP. It's going to heal twice at 26, so that's 70, 62 minus 26 is 36. And then 8 minus 36 is 262. No, that's apologies, I had to get up and deal with something real quick. So let's return to this 208 minus 36, 172. Okay, yeah, so I can actually afford to not go magnet. I can actually go citrus on you because I will still deal enough damage. Oh, wait, maybe not. Because this is with spell tag. I need this one. This is 56 to 67. So 57 minus. How much was it? 57 minus 36. 21. 208 minus 21 is 187. Jolteon. Okay, no, so I do need magnet. Because, yeah. Okay, which is awkward. I wanted to see if I could get away with not running magnet, because if I can get away with not running magnet, then I can put a, healing item on. But in order to do that, I'd have to be running spell tag over Nevermelt Ice. And if I'm running spell tag over Nevermelt Ice, actually, that's probably fine because the range is still okay, even with spell tag over Nevermelt Ice. If I have to come in on Steelix, so I think what I can do is, yeah, I can go that, and then I can give you a citrus. You know, all that calking and cooking before the E4, and then now I'm just changing shit on the fly, because, you know, why not? But yeah, so I think spell tag Shadow Ball should make this easier, and that's the only thing that Sneasel is doing on this fight, unless something goes wrong on Steelix, so we can afford to try it. So Blastoise, Shadow Ball with that. You heal. Go here. We got speed and we kill. Yes, excellent. So this is Ursaring. Now we go to Heracross. At a return, there is awkward. We attack there. And then because I took return on the switch and not. Because I took return on the switch and not Earthquake, I'm now dead to all double edges, non-crit, whereas normally I'd only be dead to crit, so trying to hit the, what is this range? It's a 60% range, yeah. I don't think, it's functionally a coin flip, so I don't think I want to bet. If it was a coin flip into it had to crit to kill me, I'd consider it, but I think the reason why I would want to do that is because then that always baits Machamp out, meaning that Steelix is last, meaning it can't boom. But I think at this point it's just safer to just go Sandstorm and wrap with my disable Earthquake for a few turns to hopefully, yeah, make it easier to whittle this down. Sandstorm has subsided. Sandstorm again. Wrap you, yep. Wrap you. Yep, so what is the max damage that Shuckle can take? So I'm dead to crits now. Problem is, I don't know when EQ is going to no longer be, but I'm not dead to all crits. I think it's just staying. Okay, yeah, so that's fine. So now it should be, okay, yeah, so that's that. Now Steelix comes out. I mean, Steelix kills with a ham sandwich at this point. I think. Yeah, basically anything. So this is a random move. Makes this very awkward. I mean, I still think the answer is just go straight to Pilot's Line. If I take an extra EQ on the switch, it's a little awkward, but it's fine. We did EQ. EQ. Cool. No Quick Claw, no Boom. Makes that easy. Now this is always Cross Chop. So we just go into Dragonite. We fly. And we hit the range. That was a 95% range to kill. There was only 2 rolls that didn't, so all in all, you know, probably good, but you know. Yeah, so other than sort of the awkward HP on Heracross forcing me to sort of pivot around the boom, we got pretty lucky there, I'd say, because we didn't get boomed on. We didn't lose Pilot's Line there, so all in all, not bad. Alright, now it's Karen. This fight is an absolute cluster. What is it we want? Lum on... Do we want citrus on somebody? Even though... Yeah, I think I need citruses on those two. Heracross will take a Lumberry. As will you. And then even though there's Hypnosis Chicanery, I'm using Pylo and Jolteon as pivots, so Giving them that is probably ideal. And then you basically fine on PP. Right, yeah. I shouldn't need those last couple PP, but if I do, we'll come to that. We'll cover that bridge when we come to it. Alright. Gengar is the easiest one on this team. We outspeed and kill a Shadow Ball. This is now always Miltank Iron Tail. We go through Jolteon, because that switches this to always being Earthquake, which is less damage than me. We then take one Iron Tail and we Icy Wind to reduce your speed. We go back through this. And then on another Earthquake, we go into Heracross. Because of the chip damage and from Icy Wind and it being slower, I should outspeed, and that was probably a kill anyways. It's a range if the Miltank is at full health, but it's a range that leaves the Miltank with like 20 HP, which I think is, yeah, Icy Wind does minimum 50 points of damage, so that was a guaranteed kill even without the crit there. So this is Mischievous, and it's always Psychic. I mean, I guess it's Hypnosis sometimes, but if it's Hypnosis, we gotta steer. But the thing is that 181, Heracross. Yes, we're not dead to it, so we're not dead to Psychic, so it can be Hypnosis, but even then it sees a 2-hit KO, so it usually goes for Psychic there, yeah. And Shadow Ball, that's a range to kill, but even if it misses, it's fine, because we just two-shot that, and all we take is the damage from the thing. So now this is Flamethrower. We pivot to Dragonite. We take the Flamethrower. We then pivot, and we then go to Heracross on the Crunch. That Crunch crit is a little awkward, but it's whatever. Submission, outspeed, and kill. Dude, this is Hypno. What is my plan for this Hypno? My plan for this Hypno is always a little weird. Or would be a little weird. So Psychic is what you're going for. Psychic crit does just outright kill my Jolteon, which is very awkward. I could, like, go to... I could go to Shuckle, disable Psychic, then go back to Jolteon, Thunderbolt into... Well, no, because I don't want to disable Psychic, because then I'm taking a submission on the switch. Yeah, so this is always a little awkward. This fight here is always a bit of a mess. I could go to... Don't really want to risk. I don't really want to risk losing my Jolteon. Whereas the switch to Dragonite should be safe unless I get crit partway through, but so should be able to just go for Dragonite. No crit, cool. Fly, flew up high, do that damage. And then now 74 HP, it's still always Psychic, so this should be a free switch to Sneasel. And then now at this HP, Shadow Ball always kills. I think the play is we stay in, we Ice Beam. Yeah, until the Confuse Ray. Because Confuse Ray is a bastard. Then we go to this. And we try and kill with Mega Horn. We hit the Mega Horn, thank God. If I didn't hit the Mega Horn, I was gonna have to, like, just throw random mons at it, trying to get hits. And then eventually, if worse comes to worse, like, PP stall it with Sandstorm or Shuckle. God damn, what a shit show. Okay, so now it's time for the final battle. Honestly, getting through that Getting through that Umbreon unscathed is the biggest worry for me for this. So now we need to make sure to teach Dragon Breath to Dragonite over Ice Beam because we want to keep Thunderbolt just in case. Because on here, what is my range here? My range with Thunderbolt is an 86% chance, and we're only dead to Ice Beam crit. So I think, and we're faster, so we can always go Thunderbolt into E-Speed. So I think I don't need to have Magnet. I think I instead, well no, because I'm going to take chip damage from a bunch of damage from fighting Octillery. So I'm going to be taking double edges. Well, I'm dead either way. Crit makes it a problem either way. So I think we do go Magnet because if I have to use Dragonite for Gyarados, Citrus Berry doesn't save me either way just because of the damage I take from Kingdra. So it's Magnet on you, Black Belt on Heracross, Lumberry on you to avoid getting status, I think, right? Because I'm getting frozen. That's what we want. And there's that Citrus on Piloswine. Citrus on you, though you're not going to be doing a whole lot. And then it doesn't really matter because Sneasel isn't really doing a whole lot in this fight, but that's, we do that. Now the worst part of this fight, other than like bad crit or status RNG, is that even with Black Belt, this Kangaskhan is a 2 out of 3 range to kill here. So let's see. Do we hit it? We hit it. Okay. The rest of this fight should be somewhat safe. This is another point of worry. Okay, crit here, that's awkward. No crit. Okay, Thunderbolt for the kill. Tyranitar, this should be EQ. I am at what? I'm at 119. No, so it can be Ancient Power. But even if it's Ancient Power, I'm only dead to crit or boost. And I don't really have a whole hell of a lot of other options, because I can't really switch to much else, I don't think. Dragonite, no, yeah, I don't really have any real switches. Like, if that happens, I don't know what we're doing. Don't have great options. It's probably sacking. If we get crit or AP boosted, it's probably then sacking Piloswine to it to get more damage and then trying to kill with Sneasel Metal Claw. Here's hoping, eh? Ancient Power, no crit, no boost. Submission always kills. Excellent. This is Kingdra. Kingdra random move. Slightly more likely to be double edge, I guess. I guess technically what I can do is I can go to this first. Wait, am I faster on Dragonite? No, my Dragonite is slower by 2 speed points, even though I'm at 9 speed. So yeah, so let's go to this, take that double edge easily, string shot you, reduce your speed. Now we go to Dragonite. Okay, the accuracy drop there is a little awkward, but still should be okay. Yeah, we got the kill. Shoutouts to, you know, being faster. Okay, so now it's Gyarados. It's Gyarados and it's always Ice Beam. I'm guaranteed to kill with Magnet, but because I had the accuracy drop from Octozuka. It's not a guaranteed hit. Whereas Jolteon is never dead to Ice Beam crit and always outspeed, never did Ice Beam crit, and we always outspeed and kill. And we have a Lunberry, so we can't get frozen. So we go to this, take the Ice Beam easily, Thunderbolt you for the kill. This is now Dragonite. This is always Dragonite Extreme Speed. How do I want to do this? This is definitely a little awkward. What I could do... There's gotta be... Yes, I mean, I think the play... Because I'm faster. I don't have Ice Beam, though, so I can't actually fight this. Definitely a little awkward. But what I can do is I could switch. That's guaranteed Flamethrower. Switch you on a Flamethrower. You take 28. I'm at 114. Yeah, so I think the play is switch to the full health Piloswine. Take the extreme speed. This is now guaranteed Flamethrower. Go to Dragonite on the Flamethrower. I am outside of extreme speed range by 8 points of health. So this is always Ice Beam, which is then a safe switch to Sneasel. And then we outspeed and kill with Ice Beam. Whew. Hell yeah, we did it. God bless America.